Along the journey, while writing my book, I had no idea that it would lead me to the DNA. My spiritual team has told me that I've been carrying codes for a very long time, all of my lifetimes. I've been carrying information about our DNA. And if any of you have been following science and they talk about our DNA, you will probably know that they refer to that most of our DNA, in fact, about 97% of our DNA seems to do nothing, so they term it junk. So about 3% of our DNA is the DNA that we bring with us in this lifetime from our parents, like our genes, like the color of our hair, the color of our eyes, part of our personality, our traits. But there's a huge part of the DNA, the part that science calls junk, that has been not accessible to us until this time. To this time on Earth, as we reincarnate, we can access the DNA that they call junk. By what I mean is accessing this DNA. It is not a scientific thing. The DNA that has been hidden, separated from you, holding the gifts and abilities that you have within you, that you bring with you with your soul when you incarnate into a physical body, is the DNA that you will be able to open up as you become awakened on the spiritual journey, your spiritual path. This mass awakening that is happening on the earth right now is that you are able to find those hidden treasures, mysteries of the universe that have been so long sought out by many scientists. You, as a spiritual being, have access to this, and nobody can take this away from you. And I talk about that deeply in the book. That is the big piece in the book, at the end of the book, that you will take away with you. Reincarnation is so very important at this time in our history, because we are reincarnating without leaving our physical body in this lifetime, if you choose. And what I mean about that is we have incarnated many times into physical bodies on this earth. There are souls who have never incarnated into a physical body here on earth. There are souls who have incarnated for the very first time. I like to call them newbies. You recognize them on the street when you're driving your vehicle and they get in your way. But there are many souls who have incarnated into a physical body many times here on earth. And we are asked when we want to come, and we accept the challenge, and a challenge it is. And because the earth has reincarnated into the fifth dimension, and she has raised her vibration, a love vibration, those souls who are in physical bodies now have a choice to raise their vibration to the level that exists here on the fifth dimensional earth. Now, there are souls who will not choose this, and they will remain on the old earth. And so reincarnation is so extremely important that if you want to reincarnate without leaving your body and have a lifetime of joy, happiness, that you deserve, you will start to choose things. You would choose the positive path and let go of negative things. And it doesn't matter what you've done and where you've been and things from the past that don't resonate very well with you, that maybe that you wish that had never happened. The main objective is that you can recognize and acknowledge those things and move past them and let them go and move on to a spiritual path, the spiritual path that you had been on when you were here the last time in a physical body. So it's so important that you are aware of this information so that you can begin your spiritual journey of reincarnating with the earth right now. The spirit guides and angels and ascended masters communicate. They're always trying to communicate with all of you. And if you are aware of it and you're open to it, and as you meditate and you ask them to help you, to work with you, the more in tuned to that energy you can become, the more you will be able to communicate with your guides, your angels. A lot of you aren't even aware that they're around you. All of you have spirit guides and angels that have agreed to be with you, never to leave your side from the moment that you were born. There was a veil that came down in front of you, and you knew the second that you were born that that veil would separate you from your soul family, your guides and angels. And knowing that, you still came here so that you could too be part of this which is happening on our earth right now. So if you take some time and you start meditating, go for quiet walks and go within and ask that little voice inside to connect with your guides, your angels. Ask specific questions and then watch for the answers to unfold in front of you. And always know that the answer is being presented to you. And so more and more when you do that, you'll start to see the answers. It's about working with the energy. And you'll start to hear, you'll feel, and see all that is happening right in front of your eyes as you awaken to this fifth dimensional energy.